Tyler, what are you doing inside of your car?
Just relaxing, of course.
So here's the deal. I went...
There's a deal?
There's a deal.
Okay.
I went to Texas for like 4 days.
Yep.
And in that 4-day span, 3 packages showed up to our house. And now you're in the back of your car.
Relaxing.
In my garage.
Relaxing.
I can only assume that you want Turn 5 to do a little bit of mechanicking.
I can do it. I just need your tools.
All right, so before the tools, let's just welcome back to the channel, Turn 5, Awkward High Five. Make sure you guys click like, comment, subscribe. This is gonna be a doozy because we got boxes, we got Tyler doing a Tyler test, and let's see where this takes us. Would you like to win our Miata? Well, today I'm gonna tell you just how to do that. If we make it to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube by May of 2024, which is our 5-year YouTube anniversary, it's gonna be given to one of you lucky subscribers. Wait! So make sure to subscribe.
Would you believe me if I told you the easiest way to access the engine in a 987 Cayman is to sit in the trunk?
Sorry, I'm not paying attention. I'm watching the sun just glisten off of your beautiful face.
Cool. I don't know what that means, but believe it or not, I already loosened up this top foam piece, which is the sound.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me put this down for a second.
Yep.
Did we just witness Tyler doing his first task of mechanicking ever on the history of Turn 5?
Are you trying to jinx me ever doing it again?
Perhaps. Do you know what you're doing next?
Yeah, I need 5 screws removed with some size of Torx.
Well, what do you say we go eat dinner first, and then we'll loosen that bad boy up?
That sounds like a terrible idea. So you're saying that I'm a mechanic now, so I gave you a size that I needed for the Torx.
Yes, but look at all of the wonderful options I wanted to explore before a T30.
So I'm gonna say this to you viewers. I said it's a 30. He grabbed me a 40. I said that's too big. Grabbed me a 27. I'm like, that'll work, because he never grabbed me the 30 that I asked for, so I assumed he didn't have it.
I'm just testing your mechanical aptitude.
There is none. Why are we testing it?
Very simply, we just take off these 5 Torx screws. And then we get to the anals of the engine. Now that you got the 5...
I have 5 screws, but 3 extra from a different project.
Okay, but before we go any further, why don't you tell the viewers what is in these 3 boxes?
Well, so from where I'm sitting, I know the white one's got a competition IPD Plenum. The one that's opened has a GT3 82mm throttle body, and the one that's not opened over there has a new air filter.
Well, let's see what the inside of a Cayman engine looks like.
That may have never been cleaned in 60,000 miles.
Look at that bad boy.
Oh, that's awkward.
It already has one.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Maybe this mechanicking will be very quick. Ty, what do you think about our beautiful new Cayenne?
I don't, that's not on my list of concerns right now.
Okay, but here's what should be on your list of concerns. Look at this garage. We got 1 Porsche. We got 2 Porsches. We got 3 Porsches. We had a Tyler. We are so blessed. It is unbelievable.
I want to say to the viewers, you told me to get in the trunk for this clip, and then you just walked away.
Well, that's what I do. I'm not used to being the cameraman. Okay, so as we exited the last clip, we have realized that this has an IPD Plenum already.
Yes, but we don't know if it's the 82mm competition plenum or if it is the one that is for the stock plenum, which is a 74mm.
So let's clean this thing up, take it off, and we will use a caliper and figure it out. Why do I always find myself behind the camera when we are mechanicking?
Because you told me to grab the camera.
One good thing upon further review of the edit of our last video, we're finally mechanicking without gloves, hats, parkas. We timed it appropriately this time.
That is very true.
Okay, so far, we have taken off this pipe.
Which is relatively dirty.
We cleaned up everything around it though. So this intake plenum looks like this intake plenum.
Those are throttle bodies, good sire.
I just wanted to make sure that people knew that you do know what you're talking about.
Oh, is that so?
Okay, so if that in fact is the same size as this one, there's no need to change it, right?
Yep.
So this is a 82, and that what's stock?
Stock is 74.
Okay, so let's see what this one is.
Science. What is it? Come on, I need the results now.
75.56.
Well, that's less than what I bought.
So that's 74.
Yep.
And now let's see what this guy is.
82. I can't imagine they got it wrong.
83.2.
I think your caliper's off, but it's fine.
I mean, it's accurate. It's been calibrated by myself. So it definitely is bigger. So now we're going to replace this throttle body.
I really wish I could have heard anybody ever say it is definitely bigger.
With this one. So it should be pretty easy. We will try to record it, but it is a little bit difficult sometimes.
And it's getting dark. Outside is getting dark. We are at the mercy of our lights.
So I think that we could take off the throttle body and the plenum all at the same time.
Probably.
But I think that this will just make our lives a little bit easier.
Also, I have made you be the mechanic because you took away my seat.
Oh, is that all that it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
All right, let's get this thing off, and then we'll get the new... I get these confused.
That's the throttle body, and that's the plenum.
Intake plenum.
Yep.
And this. So this will come off now, but we gotta take off
A wire.
a wire. And sometimes that can be tricky.
I believe in you. You got this. Don't break it. I will hurt you if you break it.
All right, let's take this off camera.
You don't want to get hurt, do you?
No. Would you say that's going to make a little bit of a difference?
Which one's which? I already lost track.
So this one fits inside of this one. So having another 8 millimeters, is that what it is?
It's 82 from 7. Yes, 8.
It's going to make a huge difference. And then we got a whole new intake plenum, which I believe it directs the air a little bit better.
This one's the exact same plenum as it is, but it's going to be bigger.
Make me feel smart.
Bigger. Everything's better when it's bigger.
So you may think that these intake plenums, because the outside diameter is the same, are the same, but look at me through that,
I can see almost your whole head.
and then look at me through that.
I can barely see your eye.
That difference
Is monster size.
Okay, so here we got the intake plenum out, we got the throttle body out, we got the old piping out, and here's the new one. Look at how much bigger that one is.
It's just bigger.
All right, so now we're just gonna put this back in here,
Yep.
and then we'll resume the video.
Resume? The video's going right now. You need to sleep more.
No, but what I do not need is for people to see my perfect mechanicking skills on camera.
What have you done to my car?
Well, hopefully I've given it a couple more horsepowers. We gotta feed the horses every day though. They're on a strict alfalfa and hay.
I'm gonna just, I can't with you right
All right,
now.
we're gonna put in a new air filter because we're right there. But here's what we did. We got the new intake plenum.
The competition IPD Plenum.
Yep, and then a new throttle body.
Which is how big?
82.
And what's it from?
The GT3, correct?
Yeah.
And then we got a whole new, obviously a new hose because it now fits the 82 millimeter
Throttle body.
So we got everything buttoned up. We did break one hose clamp. So
Because someone tried to be He-Man.
luckily my neighbor is always on top of it and has extras. So I got one of those, but now we're just gonna replace the air filter, and then we should probably take it for a rip, Tater Chip. I think it was time for a change.
Is it?
Old filter, new filter. Just so you guys are aware, this is a dry filter, so we are not oiling it because the jury's still out on what's better, but I would prefer not to introduce oil into the intake. But we need this little holder here, so we're gonna take this screw out here to put this screw in. So when this goes into the car,
There's a little
it
tab.
goes like this, bam, bam. A little Phillips screw goes from here to hold it in. Super easy, so we just gotta unscrew this, put this contraption on there, slide it back in, and we might have had a successful revolution.
For the first time ever. You struggling there, buddy?
A little tabs there. So,
I feel like you need me to do it, so I have the finesse. Hey, you got it.
like that finesse.
Yes.
Okay, so there's the old one. The new one's not gonna have tabs, but it does
Have a screw you'll have to take
have
out.
this screw. I'll take that out. Do you think it's the weather, or do you think it's just us getting good at mechanicking?
I think we're finally becoming remotely competent.
I'm gonna put this screw that came with this filter in here.
Interesting choice. Are you sure about that?
I don't think it really wants me to, but I'm going to.
Okay.
Because this screw is bigger than the other one. Okay. There's that. Now we screw this in. This was an easy way. Well, we're not done yet. So far, this is an easy way to make a couple extra horsepower. Okay, so now you guys can see we put this contraption back on. Now we're going to slide this in there, down there.
Wedge her on in there.
Ouch. Say a couple ouches. Slide it onto
The thingamabob.
the filter housing, which I might need your hands for.
Okay.
You just gotta slide it over the outside of this. It's easy. In typical Turn 5 fashion, we have some extra bolts. But wait, these four are from the old.
74 millimeter
In,
OEM throttle body.
these we still gotta put on for the
Engine
heat
cover.
shield. These are tools, and these are for my snowblower.
Oh, good.
And this is for the old air filter, which we got a new one for. So we don't have any extra bolts. What do you say we clean up our hands, put some heat in the engine, see how she rips, and then put on the covers?
Sounds like a plan.
Woo!
Here's the $1 million question. Does it start? Or did we ruin my 2007 Porsche Cayman?
Let's go! That sounds good!
We're winning.
That sounds good. Let's take her for a rip, Tater Chip! So we have babied the car
All
to
the
the
way
gas station because we didn't want to get the real feels.
And it's warm now.
All right, so we did the intake plenum,
Yep.
throttle body,
Yep.
new piping,
Yep. And a filter.
and it took us maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, we are somewhat like professional mechanicers now, but I could definitely be a tuner. Not the computer tuner, but I'll put the piece on.
No, you would be completely inept.
Well, let's get the rest of the gas in here,
Okay.
and we are gonna test out our craftsmanship to see how we did, and then let's close out this video. Have I mentioned though that we have a lot of videos coming up? I don't know in what order they're gonna be in, but we got the new Cayman or Cayenne review.
Yep, that might have been out before this or not.
Not the review.
No? Okay.
I don't think so. I don't know.
We don't know.
It's a surprise. So we got a Cayenne review. We got a Cayenne versus Macan review.
Yep.
Because they're two completely different cars.
Yep.
Probably something else with the new Cayenne. And enough chit chat. I heard the pump stop, which means
we gotta
it's
go.
time to let her rip. I don't know if it's a lot louder. I know at startup it sounded louder.
Yep.
I feel like when you're just driving down the road,
It feels slower to me.
maybe louder. Well,
Right?
we're
Like-
coming up on the speed zone, so
I saw the speed zone. We're going.
it pulls. It pulls. We did a thing! Woohoo! Let's take it back to the garage and wrap it up. And just like that.
It's complete.
Tyler, we did
A thing.
Awkward high five. We didn't break anything. We barely bled.
It seems like it's a little quicker.
I think it's a noticeable gain. It's not like going from
A tune like when I did my GTI, that was big.
Right.
I'd say this is like 10 horsepower.
It's moderate though, and you do feel it.
I would say it would be a lot more if it didn't already have the IPD Plenum
Yes.
on it in the first place.
Because basically you already had a 10 horsepower gain estimation,
Yep.
and now we added another 10
one.
horsepower.
Yep.
So super exciting. No check engine lights.
That means we didn't screw anything
The
up.
car didn't blow up. Awkward high five. Make sure you guys do 3 things.
Like,
Comment.
subscribe.
We'll talk to you guys soon.